Hello everyone, this is Roller from Winter Bros, and in this video series, Scripting Made Simple, we are going to cover how to program Daz Studio so that you can get the best out of it for your own projects. Throughout this video series, we'll be covering 5 different topics. The first module is preparing Daz Studio so that you can get it all set up and ready to do your programming in Daz Studio with Daz Script. The second module is going to be getting started. It's going to show you some really good stuff on how to begin your scripting programming. The third module is going to be securing your code. We're going to cover encrypting your projects so that no one else can see them and some of the pros and cons of that. In the fourth module, we're going to cover debugging, how to work out problems in your code that you've created. And in the fifth module, we're going to cover handling data. So let us begin with our first module, which you see here, preparing Daz Studio for your Daz scripting code. In this video module, we're going to cover 4 important things. The first thing we're going to cover is important links that you're going to want to know. We're going to also cover the layout and style you should use in Daz Studio if you want to follow along with this series. We're going to discuss what scripting really is, and then we're going to show you how to find the IDE and enable it in Daz Studio so that you can do your scripting code. We use Daz Studio 4.9 for this series. It should be backward compatible prior to 4.6 and hopefully forward compatible with the new releases of Daz Studio. So we'll begin by showing you some important web links that you're going to want to know so that when you're scripting you can have some reference material and places to go to help you along. We found 5 important links that we think you're going to be interested in, and we'll go over each of these individually and we'll visit those websites and show you what they look like. The first is going to be the Daz scripting documentation, which you'll find on the Daz 3D site. You'll find all the technical references and stuff there. One of the really cool things is going to the Daz scripting forums. You're going to find a lot of information there that you won't find in the documentation, and you can get assistance from other programmers who are coding in Daz Studio. We're going to show you how to find the Qt scripting site, and then we're going to go through how to find the ECMA information for the 2 different things. Daz scripting is based upon Qt script and ECMA, and we'll show you that in just a moment. So here we are. We went ahead and visited the documentation center for Daz 3D, and if you scroll through here, you can see that actually Daz script is based upon Qt script right here, and you can see it's also based upon the MCA scripting, which Qt script's based upon. Now you're probably not going to actually go use those very often. You're more likely going to use here the Daz Documentation Center. Here's the forums, the Daz Script Developer Discussion. You're going to find a lot of interesting information here on how to do things in Daz scripting. They're going to help you more once you understand how to write your scripting language, and they're going to teach you some really deep stuff on this forum site. Here is the Qt scripting site, which you probably won't go to very often, but you might actually visit it to see how the Qt script works. You'll probably go to some of the different pages on the site. Then they actually removed the original ECMA site that we had linked to originally, but on GitHub you can get here to all the different things about the ECMA. And also, if you go to Wikipedia, here's the ECMA script entry, which is quite interesting if you want to learn about it, and it's got a lot of links in it too. But you're going to find that you're going to more likely, you're going to be visiting the documentation center, and you're going to be going to the forums for the developer discussions more than any of those other places. Now we'll go ahead and discuss how to set up the Daz Studio, the layout and styles you'll want to use if you want to follow in this presentation. Or if you are comfortable with the ones that you have set up and you're really comfortable in using Daz Studio, you won't need to change these. So here you can see we've opened up Daz Studio 4.9, and we're going to show you how to make these changes to the layout and the style. The first thing you want to do is pick the layout that we're using. So you'd go to Windows, you go here to Workspace, select Layout, and when you get the pop-up, what we used was the City Limits Light. Like I said, if you're comfortable in Daz Studio, you can follow along anywhere you want. But if you want your setup to look like ours so that you can follow along easier, you would change, you just click the drop box, and if yours is on Hollywood Boulevard or whatever, just choose City Limits Light, and then click the Accept button, and it'll update it to match this. The second part that we're going to cover here is the style that we're using. We go down here from Window to Style to select Style, click it, and then you'll see here we're using the dark side. You might be on Main Street or Highway, but if you click the dark side entry there and click Accept, then it'll set your style up to match ours too. Okay, we're going to go ahead and cover really quickly Section 3, discussion of what is scripting. So what scripting really is just a way to program Daz Studio to do things that you want it to. It's a little different than regular programming. Regular programming is at the operating system level or the OS level for like Windows, Linux, or the Mac's operating system. But the difference is Daz Scripting is an application-specific language. It's going to have things that are particular to Daz Studio, even though it is based off of the Qt script and MCA scripting, which you're going to see it's going to have a lot of similarities, but there'll be more specific things because inside Daz Studio you want to control objects, the scene, and different things within that. And to do this scripting programming inside Daz Studio, you're going to need the IDE, which is the development environment, integrated development environment for doing your Daz scripting code. We're going to pull up Daz Studio again here, and we've intentionally turned off the IDE so that we can show you where to find it, so that you don't see it. Many times it'll appear in the Daz Studio as a free-floating tab, or it might actually already be docked to one of these panels. And we're going to show you how to turn that on. So to find your the IDE, you're going to click the Window, Panes, Tabs, and you're going to look down here for the Script IDE. And if you click it, normally it'll pop up as a floating window, and here it is. We're going to expand it a little bit so you can see what it looks like. And this is where you'll actually do all your coding and stuff. And you see it already begins with line number 1, so that you can start typing your first piece of Daz scripting code. However, I don't particularly care for the free floating. You can keep it that way if you like, but so what we like to do is we like to take it and drag it into one of the panels so we can use it from there, so we can flip back and forth inside that panel to different things. Now depending on your user preference, you can make this tab show up anywhere in Daz Studio you like. You can click on the header here and hold with your mouse button, and you can drag it over into this panel, and actually in any panel with tabs that you want to put it in. We prefer to put it here in the main workspace panel because we like to use it with the viewport, and then we can click back and forth as we're developing code that affects our animations or our artwork. So what you would do is click right here on the Script IDE part, just left click and hold, and then you just take and drag it up here right next to whatever tab that is and release, and now it'll be docked into that section. So now when you go back and forth into the viewport, or you can go to the Script IDE section, you can see it's there available, so you can actually write some code and execute it, and then you can see it right here in the viewport. So it doesn't matter which panel you put it in, just put whatever you're more comfortable with. Well, this concludes Module 1, Preparing Daz Studio. We hope you enjoyed the rest of the series.